J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate y'all for coming through. I see the comments is kicking off already. Appreciate you for coming through, and we got some news and things to get into. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, hold on. Let me get this drink together over here. It's funny. I see people start trolling early. I mean, really? It'd be boring out here in life, huh? Life be boring. Ain't enough going on. Spend time doing silliness. I don't know, man. I go to sleep before I take the time to be doing something like that. But I guess some people can't go to sleep. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna have to put an end to that because it can ruin the viewing experience for others. I think that's what some people main goal in life is, to ruin other people joy and experience, which is the reason why it's called a troll, because back in the day, Billy Goat Gruff, you trying to enjoy your day and cross the bridge, here comes some troll under the bridge trying to ruin your day. That's it. And so pretty much that's what they out here doing today. They trying to ruin your day. Anyway, we ain't gonna let that happen, man. We gonna keep it moving. We ain't gonna let the little trolls spoil our stroll. But anyway, put that up. Put these comments on there. So couple things to talk about tonight. Few wild things that's going down in these streets. But shout out to Chuck Norris. You know, you never know how life turns out. You really don't. Which is another thing, back to the trolls. Don't troll. Don't be a troll. You don't know how your life may turn out, man. And you know what? It ain't too late to make a change and do better. It really ain't. It ain't too late to do something else with your life and be somebody, do something, because you don't know how much time you got left. For real. I mean, I've been through some things my damn self. I thought I was dead at 33. It really did change my life forever. But you never know how life turn out, man. You just don't. And so it's best to make the most of the time you have. I'm about to pull up the Chuck Norris thing. Chuck Norris, I think he died at 83 or 86, which, that is a nice amount of time in life. But it makes me think about people that live longer than him, and they didn't do all the things he did, or they didn't necessarily, because he lived a healthy life. Most people could only dream to live a life as healthy as a Chuck Norris. I never lived that type of healthy life myself, and even with that healthy life, he out of here, man. But he did make an impact. You don't have to always be remembered like a legend, like a Chuck Norris, but you want to make an impact in life. And the one thing with old Chuck is that he definitely made an impact. I think he was let's see, This is the first time I ever remember Chuck Norris, and I was watching this movie when he fought Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee punched him in the chest like, and ripped his chest hairs off like, and then he was like, blew it out his hand like. Bruce Lee has swag, bro. Bruce Lee has swag. He is probably the only person that could have came close to having swag is probably Jackie Chan, maybe. Jet Li had no swag, none at all. If you saw him in Romeo Must Die and all these other, Jet Li is stiff. But Bruce Lee, he had swag, man. He was cool. He ripped his whole chest hairs off and blew it away. But you know, Chuck Norris, man. Shout out to Chuck Norris, man. Lived a life that inspired people to make memes about him. And the thing with Chuck Norris, like my mom is 89 years old and she ain't never did karate and all this stuff. You know what I mean? She ain't never lived the healthy life that Chuck Norris lived. So it's no way to say, my point being is, but she do live a full life and she stayed busy. Hell, when I was there in Panama, she waking me up at damn near 7 in the morning, 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. She up and about. Talking about what you want for breakfast. Breakfast. I'm still asleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm barely up, but you know, she was up moving and grooving. Chuck Norris was 86. 86. And then you got somebody like my dad, he ain't necessarily lived a healthy life either. But let him tell it, you think he's 200 years old the way he talk. He just sit on the side of the bed all damn day. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, he don't want to do nothing. He just gave up on life and been that way for damn near 10 years. So, you know, in his opinion, you know, he over with. So, you know, that's very frustrating, especially when, you know, myself, I drag my ass literally all over the place and keep moving, try to make the most out of whatever I got left, you know, because the truth be told, life is a blessing. You know, how long you live, truthfully, doesn't really have much to do with you. It does and it doesn't. You want to be a crackhead and a heroin junkie, well, that does have something to do with you. Probably gonna hurt your chances. But it is some crackheads and junkies out there that live a long time. So they eventually stop. Some of them don't. Some of them live to be in their 60s or 70s. Some of them, you know, I know a heroin junkie that lived to be in his late 70s, mid 70s, never stopped. There's some people that never do drugs, don't do any of that, live a healthy life, end up with cancer and die, you know? So life is a blessing, man. You gotta make the most of what you can. You can't be sitting there wasting your days, you know? Especially when ain't no telling how many days we got left with old Trumpy Dumpty in office, man. This dude is the man that didn't want to go to war himself, want to go to war with everybody else, with our military. He think we playing G.I. Joe up in there. So, man, it's just really messed up what our future may be. And everybody in the world hates us. We used to be the envy of the world, and everywhere you go, people would love you and you want to come to America. And I am very happy to be here. Now they be like, hey, man, fuck you too. yes, fuck you too. That's what it's like now. It's switched up just that fast, man. Ain't nobody giving a damn about us. And the amount of debt our country has and what Iran is doing, these dudes are genius. They got the master plan against us. And that master plan to defeat us is economic warfare. A lot of people may not be into what's going on, but to make it simple, that Strait of Hormuz, and they blocking the oil, but only letting certain countries' ships go through. And they said only if you sell it in Chinese yen, which is their monetary form. I bet the Chinese is helping them because the strategy and all the stuff they're going through is genius. So I'm pretty sure the Chinese is their quarterback coach. But that right there, the only thing, because the dollar is not backed by anything physical. It's not backed by gold. It's not backed by anything other than oil, petrodollar. Oil around the world is priced in dollars. And so if they price all oil in Chinese yen, oh, it's a wrap. We in trouble, y'all. I mean, the gas prices is high. I'm gonna get high. That's off of Platoon. Boy, these gas prices is high in the midge. So, man, oh man, I wish I was checking out like old Chuck. He got out right. He lived the golden era. He lived the golden era of humanity. You know, we live the golden era of humanity, in my opinion, man. Straight up. This is the golden era of humanity because basically from 1942, 46 rather, which is after World War II, until now, it has been relative peace. Of course, there's been a lot of wars, don't get me wrong. A lot of wars, damn near. They keep a war going. That's part of the military industrial complex. So I'm not goofy. It damn near ain't never stopped being a war somewhere in the world. So I don't want to make it seem that way. But for the most part, humanity has lived prosperous. You know, it's been, because if you go back, humanity has had ugly runs, you know, and we have benefited from relative peace, which then has made technology, some say, return back to levels it once was. I don't know. I'm not necessarily sold on that theory that technology was so great at one time. Although we still don't know how to build the pyramids. You know, we still can't. Those statues in Easter Island, those big head statues, we couldn't make that stuff today. You know, if you look into Lebanon and Baalbek, there's stones there that one of the biggest stones in the world. We still couldn't cut that stone and move it. So they did have high technology that we don't have today. That is true. But overall, I think from refrigeration to medicine to electricity, the internet, even nuclear weapons in a way, which I don't really know where I stand on nuclear weapons, to be honest. I think they are horrible. I don't, man. It's like everybody got a nuclear bomb pointed at everybody's head to keep everybody in check to a certain extent. But, you know, nuclear weapons is really horrible. But the problem is, once they were created, you really can't get rid of them. You know what I mean? Like once that genie was out the bottle, you really can't get rid of it because, say, and this I'm glad didn't happen in a way because we probably would have got obliterated. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But the reason I say that, it was a movie. It actually made me cry when I was a kid. I cried, and damn man, it scared the hell out of me. It's called The Day After. I actually got it on DVD over here. Where is that? I just saw it too. Anyway, I'll show y'all on what you call it. But it made me cry as a kid. I was like terrified. It showed what happened with the nuclear bomb drop, showed people turning into like skeletons and dust and all of that. This actually scared Ronald Reagan and made him want to do the nuclear disarmament with Gorbachev and stuff. But the thing is, you can't really get rid of nuclear weapons once it's created, because then another country can just create it and then drop it on you, and they know that you don't have none and you can't do nothing, so you kind of screwed. So I wish they would have never created that technology to begin with, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm put the link in if anybody won't come up and chat. But other than the nuclear weapons, because that is just horrible, it's kind of hard to know where we would be in society. But back to my main point, we may be closer to this nuclear stuff, wars, rumors of wars. All this stuff is like end days prophecy stuff. And not to go too deep into that, rounding it back up to Chuck, live your life, man. Don't be a troll under the bridge. Don't be a troll under the bridge, man. Just be a regular person. Enjoy life. Live your life. Go for a walk outside. Start saying hi to your people at McDonald's. Hey, man, they know me at Taco Bell. They know me at my Chick-fil-A. They know me at White Castle. All the little spots I go to, they know me. I say hi. I crack jokes. They know me at the gas station. You don't have to be, and I don't go and say, hey, man, I'm JAYMOOREREVIEWS. I don't just do that. Say, hey, man, how you doing? Such and such. Give me some of them sugar balls. Anything, man. Just live life. Talk to people. Make the most out of your life. If you can exercise, exercise. If you don't want to, that's fine. But don't just let your days rot away being miserable or watching TV. Because when you're watching TV, it's actually a brainwashing, because you watching life and things happen. If all you do is watch TV all the time, and so you feel like you did something or was a part of something, but you was just, it's like sitting in your on your porch looking out the window all day. You didn't really participate. I guess that's why they troll, because they want to get some type of participation in, but they scared. You ain't got to do that. Go talk to regular people. Just live life, man. Make an impact. Do something, man. Straight up. It ain't gotta be you a movie star or you got a business or this or that, but life too short. Go to church. Hey, I know people used to say that, and I'd be like, here we go, and that's corny or whatever, because I didn't find the right church. You know, you can go to different churches, and I know some people don't like a big church or whatever, but I actually do like a big church, at least the one that I go to. It's a lot of different people, a lot of connection, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things. I mean, I like it. It's a lot of cool people there. I wish I'd have started doing that, at least going to this church. I wish I'd have went there sooner in life. So, it's all good, man. It's all good. All right, I'm going to address this comment. You say, I'm not trolling. All this started because of Grandmain, Stephen H. and Slow said, okay, here's the thing. You're keeping it going, though. None of those people are even here right now. None of those people are even online right now. And you were putting in the first comments under a different name. You got Bob here. This say Michael here. Why you got all these different accounts? Why you spending time making all these accounts? Just let it go, bro. Just let it go. Move on. Move on with your life. This, whatever they said, is you're thinking about it and putting more energy in it than they are. You're bringing it up and doing it and keeping it going. Drop it. Move on. They really hurt your feelings that bad? They cut you that deep? Really? People on the internet that don't even know you say, so they said what? They falsely accuse you of being DeMarcus Vaughn. Okay, you're not DeMarcus Vaughn. You've said that. Move on. Move on. Who cares? Drop it. Live your life, man. That's the thing right there. That's why you get labeled as trolling, because you keep bringing it up and you use different accounts and stuff. That's the thing. Live your life. Did somebody accuse me of somebody I'm not? No, that ain't me. Oh, okay, my bad, such and such. Okay, move on. But if you keep bringing it up, no, that ain't me. Okay, no, that ain't me. You know what? I think that is you. No, that ain't me. Like, how long you gonna bring that up? You know, and that happened somewhere else. But you bring it up over here like it happened over here. The only reason they said it over here is because you came over here with that. Like, drop it, move on. People say sassy because historically, women don't let stuff go like that, and they gossip and keep it going. So if you a man and you do behaviors that are normally associated with women, what you think? How else is somebody going to describe it? If I came with my fingernails done and I had on some long lashes and y'all said, Jay, you tripping, you looking sassy. What you mean? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I just like my nails and my lashes done. Why you got to call me sassy? You got the behaviors that are normally associated with women. That's why. They wouldn't be wrong. They would be 100% on point. So, you know, there you go. See, you talking about don't let the sassy gang lie. Let it go, bro. Let it go. They never brought it up to me. I didn't even know it happened till you got on doing it. They didn't bring it up. So that's the thing right there. Let it go. Move on with life. Enjoy your life. Do me a favor. Please don't bring that up over here no more. It's over. The people you talking about ain't even here. What you want me to do? What you want me to do? Vouch for you or something? Kick them off? Like, come on, man. You gotta be realistic. If anything, it's gonna work in your opposite of your favor. Tina girl, what's good, mama? How you feeling? Appreciate all the comments. Who else? Chuck Norris was 86. Yeah, he did look good, Miguel. You right. Chinese connection. That's what it is. I kept saying French connection. It's the Chinese connection. I knew it wasn't the French connection, though. That was with Gene Hackman, I believe. But the Chinese connection, yeah, man. Hey, man, imagine a dude kicked your ass, pulled your chest hairs off, and was like, you'd be like, this mother. And you can't do nothing about it. You run up on him and then get your ass whipped some more. Hey, man. They changed the name of that movie, I believe, to be honest, because I think that's his last movie that he made or something to that effect. And so he doesn't have I know they changed the movie of one of Bruce Lee movies. And I think that's what that is. Let's see. Let me go to that and then we'll move on to the next topic. of the day. Bruce Lee. Chinese connection. What? They changed it to Fist of Fury. That's what they did. The Big Boss was his. One of these was his last. I thought Big Boss was his last movie. I think Big Boss is where that guy showed up on set trying to fight Bruce Lee, and they ended up filming it, but it was a real fight. When Bruce Lee punched through those blocks of ice, when dude threw the block of ice at Bruce, and he was like bunched through the blocks of ice. I think that was real. That wasn't filmed. Fist of Fury. Chuck Norris was the final bad guy at the end. One of these had the final movie had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in it. Kareem kicked him and he had a big ass footprint on his body. He's like, ooh. Nah, this ain't it. They don't have old Chuckster up in here. The Chuckster. The Big Boss. Let's see. Mr. Lee, please give up. At the end, he give up and get arrested. Nah, I ain't showing this one either. Which one? Game of Death is the one that has, what you call it, Kareem, I believe. I'll check this one right quick. 78. Yeah, this is the last movie he made. They actually use a stunt double. They actually use a stunt double for a lot of this movie because he died. Yeah, there go Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He kicked his ass. And Chuck Norris. Oh, they were both in this. Okay. Damn. This was his last movie, I believe. Game of Death. Chuck Norris was the final boss. They were fighting outside. What did it say? Trivia. Steve McQueen. Muhammad Ali, they all refused roles in the film because they felt it exploited Bruce Lee's death and because of the low pay. You can see Lee face in the mirror of his trailer. It's obviously a cardboard cutout as the neck below it moves freely about unconnected to the head. What? Damn, they would have put Muhammad Ali in this. He would have got beat up by Bruce Lee. I'm glad they didn't put him in there, actually. But man, seeing this is what I got on my wall right there of him fighting Kareem. That looks so good on film, him fighting Kareem, just because of the size difference. Bruce Lee was what, like 5'5"? Nah, how tall was Bruce Lee? That is a good question. Let me check this out, then we move on. Bruce Lee died in 1973. Damn. He was 33 years old, man. 33 years old, boy. Y'all gotta, boy, 33, man. Some people say Jesus years. But being 33, man, you barely there. You barely living life. Just getting started. Just getting started, man. But yeah, man, look at what he did, the impact he made in life, and just being 33 years old, man. It's really amazing. Bruce Lee was 5'7" and 3/4. So he was almost 5'8". He wasn't that short. I mean, I ain't that short. You know. Let's stop sharing. Let's see. But yeah, Bruce Lee. That's the iconic him and Chuck. He ripped all that little stanky chest hair off. But yeah, man. Yeah, that is dope, man. Bruce Lee, man. Anyway, let's make the most you can out of life. You know what I mean? You ain't always gotta, you know, just sit and be a bystander. Speaking of that, when I went to church today, I saw one of my old clients that when I first moved here and I was working in the group homes and stuff before I was injured. And one of them, they used to call me Uncle Jay. Can I call you Uncle Jay? Because you really take care of me. I'm like, go ahead, Fred. And he was a white dude, but you know, he got a good heart. Well, I was pulling up in church. It's a black church, but of course, you know, they gonna go wherever they staff take them. And he had black staff, obviously. But sure enough, I saw Fred. Oh man, he got a head you will not forget. Okay, I'm like, he looked like that Geico commercial, that caveman head. Nah, but he ain't got no hair. But anyway, I'm looking in the mirror. I heard him talk. I look in the mirror. I'm like, Fred. He like, Uncle Jay. You know who that is? That's Uncle Jay. It was so sweet. Almost made me cry. He actually came to the hospital and cried when I was in the hospital, man. He made me feel sad, man. But yeah, man, you know, you ain't gotta change the world. You can do some things, and you know, hey man, everybody ain't gonna like you. If everybody like you, you must not be doing something right. You don't stand on business. But if you're a solid person, you do the right things, treat people right, you know, who knows, man? You know, who knows how many lives you may impact or touch or move on with your life, you know? And that's what I believe we are here for. I don't believe we are here to work, or make money and buy stuff. You know, yeah, we got to make money. Yeah, it's cool to buy stuff, but I don't believe that's the purpose of life, in my opinion. But anyway, who else? You say it's rumored that Bruce Lee died from heat exhaustion after having his sweat glands removed. I ain't never heard that rumor. And I'm a Bruce Lee fan. Matter of fact, y'all see, I got that Bruce Lee poster on the wall right there. Be like water, my friend. Be like water. You have to flow like water. Which is an excellent saying, but I never heard of him getting his sweat glands removed and died from heat exhaustion. I didn't even know you can get your sweat glands removed. Your sweat glands cover your entire body. You sweat from the top of your head, your forehead, your face, your neck, your armpits, your chest, your booty, sweaty booty ass motherfucker. When you get your sweat glands removed, what? That don't even make sense. If they did do that, no wonder he died. Who are you? What? I don't know about that rumor, bro. Yeah, Miguel. It was good seeing old Fred. You say, oh, nice. Yeah, you never know. All right, time to move on. It is a lot of rumors about how Bruce Lee died. I heard it was from a drug overdose. I heard that maybe the girl that he was at the house he was visiting may have poisoned him. Who knows? I would be likely to believe that than he had his sweat glands removed. I never heard of that one. And the drug overdose, they said he used to take hashish. So who knows? Who knows? Miguel, you say, I personally think it was the exercises he was doing. They were intense. I don't think so, because he didn't die doing exercises. He died over at his mistress' house. Although she say she not his mistress, I don't know. It seems that he might have been hitting that. But he went to sleep on the couch, mysterious circumstances, then went in a coma. It wasn't like he was at the gym working out. You know what I mean? He was at the gym working out and passed out. Okay. But he was in regular clothes on the couch chilling. It's actually a good documentary I saw that was made during that time. And it interviewed a girl. I think her name is like Betty Tang or something like that. Anyway, SG, I thought Bruce Lee died from an overdose. That's what I've heard a lot. Overdose. And also, what else did I say earlier? Anyway, more of a health condition or overdose than exercise or sweat glands, you know, in my opinion. But of course, what I wasn't there, I don't know. He died before I was born. So I think he was probably murdered or taken out, sabotaged, something. I would point to a lot of that. He was 33 and in excellent shape. He wasn't an old man, so I doubt he was working out that hard to make him drop. So, but hey, man, that's the thing. When people go mysteriously from Elvis to Bruce Lee to whatever, you got a lot of theories. It's hard to know. Who else? You say you have sweat glands under your arms. They are lymph nodes and lymph nodes. You mean lymph nodes, and can be removed like any other gland. Yeah, but you got sweat glands all over your body. That's why I say you got them in your arms, your head. Shoot, my head was sweating like it was no tomorrow today. I mean, it was pouring. I could do like this. I could make some damn lemonade with that. So, bit nasty, but hey. Anyway, moving on to the next topic. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. Um, some people, here's the thing, man, and I'm gonna just keep it real, man. Politics in this country is cooked. It is. And it's problems on both sides. But the truth is, one side has no good policies. None, none, none. Only evil. Only evil. And none of it works. None of it works. Only evil. People talk about these wars and they lie. Yeah, all politicians lie, but one side only lies, no truth. And they first say no new wars. Now they talking about no forever wars. Now they talking about, well, we need this or that. None of these things help. None of these things make America great again for the first time in the past. None of this stuff. Kicking out all these people, mass deportation, which now they trying to act like they never did. None of that brought any jobs back. None of that brought any prices down. None of that made any food better. None of these policies made anybody's life better. If I'm wrong, let me know how your life got better. You picking vegetables now? You know what I mean? The gas and food prices down for you. These things, you know, people feel safer now and stuff. Like, where were you at then? Anyway, they come up with the weirdest policies and things to do. And here's my point. With all the problems that we got going on and that we facing, this is the new policy that they're pushing for. The Republicans introduced a new bill. This is wild hunters to me. To stop the pollution of drinking water with fetal remains. And if you just hear that, you might think, what? But this is a lie, of course. They're claiming that the drinking water is getting polluted because when women take the day after pill or come from the chop shop from getting the smishmortion, that they use the toilet and the remains are getting in the water and it's polluting us all. So because of that, we need to introduce a new bill that will make it illegal to flush this stuff, or a miscarriage. If a woman has a miscarriage, you can't use the bathroom. You can't flush the remains down the toilet. What? They want to make women have to catch it. Who thinks of this stuff? They want to get in your bedroom and in your bathroom and inside your body and control you so bad. I get it. The other side, that's the thing. When people say liberals, they don't really know what that means, but it's short for what? Liberation. Liberation is another word for what? Freedom. Freedom. You are liberated. You are free. You want to be whatever, man, woman, you free to do that. You don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, you free to do that. You don't agree with what they doing, you don't have to participate. You don't have to support it. Go about your life and ignore them. That's the difference. And conservative mean they want to conserve, constraint, control. They don't want you to be able to do these things. They don't want you to be able to have this. They don't want you to be able to live that way. They want you to live and be confined to a certain way. This is just insane to me, though. It says House Republicans on Wednesday introduced a bill that would require every pregnant person using abortion pills to use catch kits when ending their pregnancy. They calling it the Clean Water for All Life Act. Now, you know, that's the thing. They lie so much. If I just saw that the Clean Water for All Life Act, what's wrong with that? I can support that. I want clean water for all for life. Yeah. But they won't go and regulate a company that's pouring pollution in the water. Oh, no. That we need deregulation. What's wrong with you? You constraining the economy. They won't regulate a company that's putting pollution in the air. No. We need deregulation. Why? Because these companies pay their ass off. It's no lobby for women to get them off their back. So they got to pick some bad guy that they can bully that can't fight back. It's no lobby for immigrants. So they can pick on them because there's nobody paying them not to. You see what I'm saying? They all are sellouts. If you get paying them, they'll leave you alone. Hell, they'll do better than that. They'll support you polluting and killing. But you ain't paying me. Oh, well, I'm on your ass. And they lie. Clean Water for All Life Act? Really? It said it's introduced by Representative Mary Miller, a Republican from Illinois. It don't matter where they from. They all sellouts. Would make it illegal to flush abortion or miscarriage remains down a toilet to protect both human dignity and America's water system. So they're gonna make women catch it. And man, oh my goodness. It say the bill is the first of its kind to gain any national traction, though it's unlikely to pass. I hope it doesn't pass, but this is just a waste of brain power. A waste of brain power. Instead of trying to make sure we don't have wars or all this stuff going on, this is what they want to do. This is what they want to do. It says the murder for profit abortion industry is not only ending innocent life, but is also polluting our water, endangering women, and operating with virtually no accountability, said Miller. But they said miscarriage. How is that got anything to do with the abortion industry? A miscarriage is nothing a woman did on purpose. This is crazy. It said they already had to try the Supreme Court make abortions a state by state issue. So now what are they doing? Because they don't believe in states' rights. That's just a lie. So they could do certain things federally and then attack it individually, states, each state at a time. It says the fact is, this is what she said. This is her quotes. So, of course, it's not based on facts, but she says the fact is the abortion pill ingredients used to starve a preborn child remain active and unfiltered in our water treatments. That means families across the nation may be unknowingly ingesting abortion-related chemicals in their drinking water, exposing them to potential health risks like infertility and cancer. The truth is, it's all kind of stuff in the drinking water. People dispose their medication, old medications in the toilet. People put all kind of stuff in the toilet. All kind of stuff. They now say don't dispose of your old medications in the toilet because the truth is all kind of stuff getting flushed down the toilet. If they really was worried about the clean drinking, they should be investing in new modern filtration systems and modern ways to filter our drinking water. And instead of deregulating and defunding the EPA, which is what this administration has been doing, they basically ruined the EPA, which was created by Nixon, a Republican. But he at least realized we all live in this country. We all need the environment. They deregulate and do any sell out the environment instead of investing in modern technologies to help filter water better. They want women to catch this stuff. I mean, that's got to be traumatic if you had a miscarriage or something, and now they talking about when you go in the toilet, put this and catch kit. I mean, it's just wow. It say the bill would also ban the telehealth abortion care. They don't want women. They just because man, this is much deep. It's deeper than rap. Or the ability to prescribe the pills via the mail and force women to use catch kits, which stop any fetal remains from going down the toilet after ending a pregnancy and bring the medical waste to their physician. And the penalties include a $50,000 fine and up to 5 years in prison. Whoa. So if you have a miscarriage, you got to put a catch kit over the toilet, catch all of whatever comes out, bag it up, and bring it to your doctor, or you'll go to jail. What? Who thinks of this stuff? This is wild hunters. Straight up. This is wild, wild, wild stuff right here, man. I mean, am I one that support abortion? I don't want to say I support that. That's not something good to do. But they actually set people up for failure. I believe most people that do have an abortion, in my opinion, most people, it's probably a financial decision. They can't afford it. Everything is too high. They've cut health care. They cut child care. They cut food stamps. They cut jobs, but they want you to keep having kids you can't afford. Then they'll say you should have been more responsible. What? So they don't want you to have no love. Just take your ass to work or just sit in a room somewhere. Don't have no relationship. Don't have sex. Don't do this. Don't do that. You do, you better catch it. These people are, oh my goodness. This is insane. What a world, man. What a world. So much has changed so fast. I just don't know. Man, I'm glad I ain't trying to have no kids. I'm glad I ain't trying to have no kids. I tell you that much, boy. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. I'm glad I ain't got to worry about that no more in life. One of my friends, he got a damn 1.5-year old or something. He the same age as me. I'm like, boy, yo ass crazy. Yo ass crazy, boy. What? You gonna be what? You gonna be you gonna be at a high school graduation what? At 65 years old? 65 years old. If you blessed like Chuck Norris. Man, oh man, oh man. 65 years old at a high school graduation. It's real in the field out here, y'all. Straight up. I mean, my mom had me at an old age. And one of the things, although she was a lot more active than my dad, I mean, my mom, the one taught me how to ride a bike and taught me how to swim and everything. Used to take me to the Y, learn karate, all kind of stuff. But she, her age, she'd be tired. I mean, she did work a full job. They benefited the most, actually. They had the golden age of life because they only had to work one job and they could pay all their life and bills and stuff, you know. Whereas today everybody got to do 2, 3, 4, 5 things to make it work. But man, these people, they making this a nightmare situation, man. Grand Man, what's good with you, fam? What's good with you? They making this an insane situation. Who else you say 65 years old at a high school graduation? 2 words, Ron Isley. La da 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 da. That's my baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. Keep it on the down low. La da, that's tenderism. Ooh, ooh. Ron Isley got a kid that young at his age. I didn't even know that. But the one thing I will say benefit Ron Isley, at least he got money where he don't have to be working a job like most of us, punching the clock for average to low below average pay. At least he could leave him a little something when he gone. But ain't nothing like being there. But the way kids are today, they don't appreciate the parents no damn way. So it is what it is. Mr. Biggs, boy. This is Mr. Big. We're telling Mr. Big. How is Mr. Big? But yeah, man. I think if they ask men to catch something, a catch kit, I think things would change a lot. You know what I'm saying? That would, or we'll go to jail or face these fines. Hey man, every time you beat that meat, you gotta catch it. You can't wipe it off on no toilet tissue. You gotta put it in a bag, catch it, and then you gotta bring it to your doctor and show him. Doctor be like, "Damn boy, you was stroking. You been stroking. Mm, mm, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. You been stroking." You be like, I guess you been stroking." But see, that ain't really traumatic though for a man, because women, it's kind of traumatic if you had a miscarriage in a way, especially if you wanted that child and then that happened. Then you got to bring it in the bag to the doctor. What? First of all, that's gross. Secondly, that is just, oh my goodness. I've been stroking. Here you go, doc. Gross. Miguel, you see Usher and Bieber were fighting. Hell going on with that. Well, you know, well, I remember this, but I didn't follow Bieber's career. But I do remember that I think Usher is the one that introduced him to Diddy. Because, Diddy is the one that broke Usher into the game, broke him in. You in now? So, because Diddy did bring Usher, broke him into the game, riding on his car. So, you know, Usher like, here, let me introduce you to somebody that helped me a lot. And then Diddy came in, baby, baby, baby. Oh, yeah, that. Oh, yep, it do got something to do with Diddy Monster. The Diddy Monster. It's a little product I've been trying out. Trying to get it together because drinking a bunch of water ain't been working. Been a few months, 3 months. So we'll see. Diddy about to be home soon, wrecking shop. He still got his money. And so that means people still gonna work for him, still gonna do something. Man, I need a new hit. I'm coming out of jail like Tupac. This gonna be my California love. How do you want it? How does it feel? With it, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. I spilled some of that stuff on my shirt, y'all. Good grief. That little stuff got staining power. You know what? On a side note, I went to KFC twice in the last week. I went there today. I ain't been to KFC in a couple years, but I went end of last week. Got a 3-piece original. Boy, that was fire. I ain't even gonna lie. I got a couple honey mustard sauce. I'm like, you know what? The Colonel is back. Okay. I went today, man. KFC was slapping, man. I ain't been to KFC in a minute. I stopped because I know they got them clone chickens, allegedly. But I mean, damn near every food you get now is cloned or got that Riri up in it. So, you know, hey, man, where you gonna go? But that KFC, they clone chicken right. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's seasoned right, I'm there. What's up? I know it all. Hey man, as long as you made it, that's all that count, right? I left the door open for you. I guess my guy Grandma ain't playing 2K. You ain't gonna come holler at your boy. It's all good, man. You over there getting balled up on 2K, man. I'm gonna have to come play with you, man. I have to show you how the OGs do it. I'm coming with my little Patrick Ewing game. Pop, pop, pop. Speaking of some basketball, how many of y'all heard about Dwight Howard and he getting a divorce from his wife, and they only been married for like less than a year? You know what I'm saying? Oh, that Ghost of Yodi, yeah. Hey, I man, the Ghost of Tsushima was dope. I couldn't stop playing that. I think when that was out, I probably made like barely a video a week. I was on point with that. And I already know the Ghost of Yodi gonna be dope. I already know. You know. What pissed me off though, on a separate subject, I just bought the boxing game, which is a dope ass game. Don't get me wrong. But then, like a month later or 2 months later, they gave it for free at PlayStation Plus. I'm like, I just dropped $70 on this damn $60 on this damn game, and now it's free. What? I wish I could have took it back. These digital games, man. Although I do got the PlayStation with the disc drive. But that Ghost of Yodi, I already know. But man, you could pause it. I know you addicted to trying to, be a good samurai. Nah, but the real problem is they don't make enough good games no more. And it takes too long and it costs too much. Look how long it's taking for the next Grand Theft Auto, where they made 10 Grand Theft Auto games in like 10 years. Now it's taking 10 years to make one game and over $1 billion. There's no piece of media in history that cost $1 billion. It only took 200 million to make the damn Avengers Endgame. You know what I'm saying? And that was with all that movie and actors and special effects. And a video game is $1 billion? What? Yeah, Dwight Howard, it's been rumors about him for a while. But here's the thing. He filed divorce claiming irreconcilable differences. And it's based off of his wife, rather, I should say, going on social media and saying this, which, yes, know it all. I agree. It has been. First of all, I saw with my own two eyes behavior that was beyond questionable, which is when Dwight Howard was with the Rockets. And when he went to go sit on the bench, he took his hand and stuck it in dude's nuts area and squeezed and grabbed it while he was sitting down and squeezed. I don't play the nut squeeze game, bro. I would have punched him upside his head. We'd have been brawling on the side of the damn bench right there. And dude was just like, hey, tried to move it after a while, after he got a whole 6'10" palm full of my nuts in this mug and sat down squeezing it. I ain't never thought of that. I ain't never thought of using my hands, and I got to use my hands a lot more than most people. I ain't never thought of putting it between another man's legs and squeezing their nuts. What? He wanted some basketballs in his mouth. But yeah, it's been said he got some issues. But this right here, I would have left her ass for this right here. She crazy, but look at this video. And here's another problem. And this is something that I've known growing up. So it used to be a saying that women love to talk on the phone. And when I was growing up, like when the cordless phones came out in the house, people used to be like, that's like one of the worst inventions ever. because women used to have the cord, then they had the long cords, but they'd be sitting there calling their girlfriends and talking, but they'd have to sit somewhere while they talking on the phone. They had to sit still, which is another thing that women don't really like a lot, allegedly. Then they came with them cordless phones and they could walk around the house and do stuff and talk. Boy, that gossip time and talk time increased. And then when they came out with cell phones and social media and all the gossip and stuff, OMG. So I think that's why I think a lot of women, it's affecting men and women as far as depression from social media. But I think it affects women a lot more because women expose a lot more on social media. But this woman here, what is she doing? Look at this. This is wild.
I try to tell everybody it's this shit. It's this shit. I try to tell everybody, but ain't nobody want to listen because he got the money. I kept saying whatever, y'all don't understand. I still want to be need some help. And this is it. This got my husband. This got my marriage. This shit right here. Man, y'all gotta help him. He's spiraling. All I got is shit. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Woo! And it is so.
Now, I believe this is a joke about the real post. I don't think this is the actual woman. 50 Cent posted this, so it probably is a joke. But it's damn near close, except for the snipping it herself and going, woo, hitting it with a little Ric Flair up in that mug. But I believe this was damn near close enough.
Fucked up.
That was funny. But for the most part, that's what she was on there doing, saying that their relationship ain't working because of the drugs, holding up a bag of powder, saying because of this and that is the reason why. Why would you do that? First of all, that's why you got to be careful who you mess with, because truth be told, men these days got everything to lose. Your reputation, your job, your money, everything. It's no sympathy for men the way it is for women. If a man got on there doing that about, name a woman, Beyonce, if Jay-Z couldn't have did that because he in the same boat, but say somebody, I don't know, Glorilla. So what if a man got on that, man, Glow, I love her, but she on this powder. She on this powder. Everybody would be all on him about why he do this. He ain't right. Da 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 da. This cap, they don't believe him. He'd be the one looking bad. So, it's a double standard in a lot of ways. But I think that's wrong, whoever do it. Like, if you have a relationship with somebody, whether it's a friendship or an intimate relationship, you should try to talk with that person and work it out, not yelling and screaming and arguing and stuff. And if you feel that's where it's going to lead or it ain't going to work out, I don't know about therapy. Some people say it's good. I don't know. I don't really like therapy. I did because the church has different groups. I did go to one group and they were talking about stuff and it was cool, but I really don't like talking about stuff. It brings up feelings and emotions and it makes me upset again. It's the only time I ever did that. Not that I walked out fuming or mad. It was cool talking to people, whatever, and I guess some people say, I guess you shouldn't bury it or whatever. I don't look at it as burying it. I try to move on because, for example, this past weekend, see, I just had to take a deep breath now. It gets you upset again. It make you upset again. It make you have bad, at least me. But anyway, before I had went to Panama, I had bought some groceries. Now in my garage, I got a freezer and I got a lock on it, an actual padlock on it, because people have stolen food from me. The people that come in to help, home health aides, all kind of stuff, stolen food, stolen medication, stolen my clothes, all kind of stuff, all kind of stuff. And so, and yeah, I do have cameras, but anyway, I don't know why I did this, but I bought a family size box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. All right. I ain't even opened it yet. I'm like, okay, I got a double box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch from Sam's Club. I'm going to put this in my, because when I come in from my garage, it's a small space, like, right, for example, small space, the garage, the kitchen, this small space here, the washer and dryers right here. And then it's another little space right here where the water heater is. It's a little cabinet. And then in this little space also is where we put the vacuum and stuff like that, the broom and all of that. I took the double box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, stuck it right there, unopened. I should have just put it in my room is what I should have did. Anyway, I come back, the box still sitting there. I'm like, cool, all this time, whatever. The box is always there. This past weekend, I look in the box. Why the box has been empty? They've opened it and taken both bags of cereal out and closed the box back up and left it there. Because, you know, as long as the box sitting there, I'm a dummy, right? I'm going to think it's still there. By the time I notice, I won't notice who did it. Of course, my dad don't know nothing. He just don't participate in life no more. So he don't want to see or know any damn thing. And so, you know, yeah, that was upsetting because it ain't about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's about somebody coming in here stealing. If your ass was hungry or you couldn't feed your kids, you could have said something. I might have bought you $50 worth of groceries. But you stealing. I'm the type person, I give you the shirt off my back. But if you try to steal my shirt, I'm going to do it to Dwight Howard and punch your nuts off. Like, what? I just don't like that, man. I just don't like that, especially coming in somebody's house and they're trusting you and you decide to steal from them. And this is a woman. Anyway, man, that's really, really pathetic, man. And then so I tell my dad, I'm like, did they give you the cereal and you ate it? Because he has eaten a lot of my food. They'll cook it up and give it to him. I didn't know. Nigga, you know you didn't buy that. You know you didn't. Well, I paid you back. I paid you back. You know what? I'm going to eat up all your damn food and then I'll pay you back. I pay you back. I pay you back. Don't pay me back. Just don't eat my food. Now it would make me feel petty and this and that because I got to say this or that about some damn food. Why are we doing this? And of course, I didn't know. I didn't know. He talking about I bought some stickers. We'll put stickers on it, and then we could write your name and my name. Bro, what? We in kindergarten. That's my milk. That's your cheese. That's your bread. That's my ketchup. That's my cereal. That your thing. Man, it's so petty. So petty. So pathetic. So pathetic. It's only you and me. That's it. You don't know what you bought. You don't know what you bought. I know what I bought, so I don't eat your stuff up. Anyway, the people come and they steal and do all that, and then, you know, say leave it alone, then they don't. I tell him, hey, don't even tell the damn office. From now on, whenever you cook, they cooking for you or something, just sit at the table. You want me to sit at the table? Yeah. You can't just sit in your room with your feet up like you got room service. Get your ass up and sit at the table. And what I'm supposed to do? Watch them cook? Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. Man, they should do it automatically. This ain't a nursing home, man. Get your ass up. Need to get that Chuck Norris up in you, man. What in the world? You you forever talking, I can't see, I can't do this, I can't do this, I don't know this, I don't know that. Well, they know you can't do a damn thing, so they gonna rob your ass blind every day. Then they want to make me the bad guy. He said this, Jay said this, Jay said that. Even if I text them and say, hey, make sure they vacuum and tell them to vacuum. I just got the text, Jay said to vacuum. Don't you know I could have did that? It's the worst, man. So my point of bringing that up, I was saying therapy. I don't know how that works. It pisses me off. It pisses me off, boy. I don't even want to talk about no damn therapy, man. Shoot, I won't bring this up again, talk about this. But I've heard it helps some people. So, hey, go for it. Yes, sir. I do have a lock on my room. And that's another thing. I should have put that in my damn room, right? I'm just a dummy because I thought, well, why would somebody steal? Because I'm a dummy. I am. I was still giving somebody a chance, still thinking that somebody wouldn't steal. And not only did they steal, they took both bags of cereal. They took both bags out the box. Both. You greedy bastards. You greedy boy. Oh my goodness. See, one thing that is bad is that I kind of seen the dark side of some female behavior with these home health aides because they all been females. I've had probably 2 or 3 dudes come through. So they all been female. The lies. Oh man, women can lie like it ain't no lie like a rug. They can lie like a rug. Old school ass lines, old school jokes. But the lies, man, the manipulation. I mean, I've had people on camera talking about they was outside ringing the bell for 10 minutes and nobody showed up when you could literally see them walk up, push the button, clock in, turn around and leave. Literally, it took 2 minutes and they left. And I'll show the video to the office and show even them, and they'll be like, well, something wrong with your video. No, you lying. You are lying. So many things, man. So it just gave a lot of mistrust with some of this stuff, man. And I get it. They just laziest group of people doing the job. They don't represent everybody. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, it is a lot of them out there. And they got kids too. A lot of them got kids and boyfriends and stuff and man and husband, whatever. No, they don't all got husbands. Most of them don't. But anyway, I feel sorry for your boyfriend. Because boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey man, didn't I tell you leave that alone? Didn't I tell you get off my channel with that, bringing that up? Bob? I know, man. I got to lock everything up, man. But that's the thing. It's going to be a lock on everything in the house. It's like I'm living in prison now. What's up, Steve? How you feeling, man?
Sure, I'm feeling good. Shoot, last week I wasn't feeling too good.
Nah, that's what's up. What was wrong with you last week, man?
Shoot, sneezing and coughing, shoot, because you know up on that allergy. Shoot, I had to take me some cough syrup.
Oh man, yeah.
Shoot, I wasn't in the mood today. Shoot, because I'm talking about in my bicycle either much dough was flat, but the front tire either much worked because when me and my cousin was pumping up the tire and the air had came up in back of the bicycle, it wasn't coming up. So my uncle I said, God damn, it ain't even much pumping, and my air ain't coming up in the tire. So now my uncle said, bring that goddamn bicycle here. Y'all fucking. I told him, dude, it ain't coming up. My uncle told me you must have rolled on. So I told him I ain't been riding my bicycle in 2 or 3 weeks. Cause now I'm gonna have to go get me a tie to put
I'm
on
thinking
now.
you talking about a car. You talking about a bike?
I'm talking about a bicycle.
Okay. Yeah, man. I hope you wasn't out too far when your bike.
No, I was in front of my house, in front of my uncle's house, because he lived right across the street from me.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. At least you wasn't too far. Do you got a car? What kind? You drive a
No,
car?
I don't drive though, but I got a truck though. So I had told Mama Goodman take me to the store
You
because
got a
I had
truck?
one to the. Yep, that's my dad truck he left me when he passed away in 2018.
What kind of truck? Sorry
He
about your
got a
dad.
Ford, a 2006.
Okay. Hey man, that's still one of the ones you can work on because everything is now they making everything computerized and built to fail, so that even if you
Yeah.
do take
Did
care
you
of
eat
it,
much? Did you eat much of money? You know that and Trump threatened to send ICE into the airport to stop immigrants, see do they got their document, their passport, and see do they got their birth certificate over here in this country. This man is gone crazy.
yeah, man, that's the thing is that he basically making it where ain't nobody gonna want to come to America because they know that as soon as you get off the plane, you might get jumped by ICE. And the truth of the matter is that they're trying to put into the funding bill for TSA, they're trying to put in there, sneak it in there that they can control the votes and get access to the votes from states, which is basically trying to overthrow the democracy. And then he'll frame it as the Democrats don't want to fund ICE. No, they said we'll fund ICE separately. Why are you bundling it into a bill with all this garbage in it? But
You
that's
know,
the
and they were
game
trying
they
to get the
play.
SAVE Act pass too. It's going to disfranchise voters. People of color is going to disfranchise women, blacks, and white Latino voters. And this man used it so he can either must stay in power with keep Mike Johnson as a speaker, so they can
Yeah,
keep the chamber.
and that's the thing. And a lot of people don't understand that's what they're doing, and then they'll frame it. I give them credit. They know how to throw Democrats under the bus. It's like you never get to hear the other side of what's really going on unless you look for it. But they're blaming Democrats for not signing the bill when they not signing the bill because you putting all this garbage in it to basically hijack America because y'all are so horrible. Not one policy you have done since you've been in office has made America better. You've lied about everything you've done, and you know that you're going to lose in the elections in November.
Yeah, though, and they lose the House, though, and the Democrats gonna make Mike Johnson the speaker, but he gonna be the first black mayor holding the gavel in 2027.
Who?
Or I mean, Hakeem Jeffrey.
He need to go too.
But I don't trust him and Chuck Schumer
They
because
both
they the
need to
much
go.
deciding everything with these Republicans. Y'all was the one put yes on that beautiful bill. Now they got health care cuts, school program cuts, lunches either much cuts, Social Security cuts, and people can't even much get access to health care cuts.
Well, the reason why is because they all paid by the unnamed country that's got us in war right now. That basically corrupted them, and so that's why they doing the same things because that same country is funding everybody, and so they've basically sold out. They bought everybody. APAC, and that's for old Izzy, and so we got to get people that ain't taking money from them. And then we can actually get some people to actually work for this country and not for another country.
Yeah,
So
though, man. Yeah, man. People don't understand when this man got in office. This man was exactly was going to do what he said he was going to do.
who?
I'm talking about Trump, and these people didn't listen to Kamala Harris.
She been right on everything, man, but
She
too
wasn't
late now.
lying. She wasn't lying.
No, she wasn't. It's too late now, though. But what the real thing they should be doing is trying to put that 25th Amendment and voting him up out of there because, he just destroying everything, man. Everything. There's so many things to get to. Even the Kennedy Center, they're going to have to close the Kennedy Center because nobody want to perform there. Nobody want to show up. He put his name on it. Nobody want to be a part of it. And so they'll just close it and say, well, we're closing it. It's no good. When the truth is, no, you ruined it. You ruined it. Nobody want to go there. Nobody want to perform. Nobody want to be a part of it. And so instead of just admitting when you're wrong, which they never do, they'll close it and come up with another lie as to why they close it. It's just like so many things. It's just pathetic, you know. J Doe, no, it's not that close to me, but he watched my videos. So, and I already told him this stuff. So he know they be stealing. What are you gonna do? Only thing you can do is if you sitting there,
And
maybe
then
they
how
don't
you
do
gonna
it in
steal
your face.
somebody shit? It's your own content. Come on, man. You know, every year we do Power Universe. Every year, everybody got their own opinions on their own channel and their own virginity and their own mindset.
Right. We talking about the
We ain't
home
on that
health.
topic, okay? We ain't on that topic.
Nah, we talking about when the home health aide coming to the house to help my dad. They've been stealing food and stuff. And like I told him, you should sit at the table and at least watch them. He talking about, well, what I'm gonna see. Would you see if they put 2 big ass bags of cereal up under their arm or in their purse or something? Or if they making you pork chops and you say make 2, and they made another one and they sitting in the kitchen eating one with some sides, they didn't ask you. But if you in your room and they talking about I'm gonna go clean the kitchen, and you be like, okay, and while they in the kitchen, they in there, they made them an extra pork chop and they eating it. And the problem with that is, for one, you didn't ask. 2, he on a fixed income. And so if he buying enough pork chops and food to last a month, and then at the end of the month, he always running out of food because you eating a quarter of his food, well, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't here to fund your lunch breaks, especially if they only work 3 or 4 hours a day. If you only working 3 to 4 hours a day, you ain't here for no 8-hour shift. You could eat before you come or after you leave. What? Because you made the food for him, you entitled to get half or make you a plate? Like, no, that ain't how it work. You ain't here for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. And even if you was, you still ain't entitled to get half or make you whatever. If he'd say so, that's one thing. But you can't just start doing it on your own. Well, I cooked it. Yeah, you got paid for it. That's your job. And see, they've done that to me. They've done that to me. So if they've done it to me, and I'm very aware and watching and stuff, I know they'll do it to somebody that's older and ain't paying attention. That's taken advantage of. And then they'll say, but you my favorite and this and that, and butter you up. And that's basically another lie. You ain't the favorite. Like, before I used to do this work, like I was saying earlier, I saw a client at church today. They called me Uncle Jay. I used to work with these people. They would like older people because they don't ask for much. They don't have to do much. They look at it as easy work. So they don't want to do much. They don't want to cook. They don't want to clean. They don't want to do nothing. And if all you got to do is sit there and talk to them and then clock out and leave, or sit there and talk to them, put something in the microwave and leave, they'll do that. And they won't clean the bathroom. They won't vacuum. They won't do this and that. And then they'll have the nerve to say, they house is nasty. It's your fault. If you there every day through the week and they house is nasty, it's your fault. Because you're not doing your job. You should be cleaning every day. You should be wiping stuff every day. What you doing? You sitting on the phone. You texting. You what you doing? You talking to them. Like, they something else, man. It's probably the worst thing that can happen to you after an injury or getting old. The worst thing is to have them people in your life. The worst. Because now they lie, they steal, they don't do this, don't do that. And then they say it's your fault and this and that, man. Ain't nothing more valuable than your health, man, and your sanity. You do not want them people in your house. You do not want those people in your house. It's a
And you can't trust nobody.
especially them, because they ain't coming because they love you. They ain't coming because they care about you, or we go way back, or we friends, or I remember this and that, and I don't want you to do. They don't give a damn. They there to collect a paycheck. That's it.
Yep,
And it
and so
ain't a
they can
big
leave.
paycheck. Yeah, and it ain't a big paycheck, so they're not gonna be doing a whole lot. They do the bare minimum, you know. And so, that's just the worst thing you can get involved in, is having those people in your life. The worst, the worst. It's worse than me being injured and not walking again. It's worse than that, because I would have to deal with that, which means I'd have to make adjustments and stuff. And that's one thing. But then to have somebody coming and lying and stealing, insulting you, you have to be looking at cameras and stuff, doing this and that. That changes your personality way more than not having to move like you used to. It builds trust issues and all kind of stuff, man. And it's just horrible, horrible, horrible. Then they'll say, well, you mean, you this, you that. Like, if I'm nice, you're gonna take it for granted. And it ain't that I'm mean, but I just ain't playing with y'all. Cause then you're gonna think I'm stupid and steal stuff and then leave the box empty. So then I can't pinpoint when it happened or who did it. And then I gotta be talking about some cereal and stuff, looking petty and stuff, It's just, man, the games they play is horrible, horrible. It's horrible. So anyway, I don't want to keep talking about that. That's why I say I don't even like therapy, because I don't even like to keep bringing that stuff up, because that'll make your blood pressure go up and get upset and things like that. Some people say they got ways to help you deal with it or whatever in therapy, but I don't even like to keep talking about it with them like that, because it could be upsetting, you know. And explaining stuff over and 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 things, it just, I don't know. But again, I heard it helps some people. So I don't know. SG, you say, yo, Jay, I've been meaning to ask you this. So many other new shows out that you recommend your viewers to watch. So it is a couple on HBO I've been watching that's been interesting. Um, One of them is called DTF St. Louis. Y'all heard of that?
Mm-mm.
DTF St. Louis, down to Fork. But it ain't like no porn show or nothing like that. It's actually got some good actors in it. It's got Jason Bateman, and then it's got what's old boy? He was in Stranger Things
I'm
as
gonna
the
have to-
sheriff. Yeah, I'll show y'all. It's actually pretty good. So these people was doing some type of like it's an app where you can meet people online or whatever. But Jason Bateman, he that's this dude on the left. He was sleeping. So these two are married,
You
and
right.
he started sleeping with her, which it looked like she kind of set him up. But they were sleeping together, and then it seemed like she manipulated him to possibly kill this dude. But these two ended up becoming friends, and then, man, it's like you know how they do everything backwards, kind of like Pulp Fiction. So it's not linear. So you find out he got killed in the very first episode. And so now they working backwards to find out like who done it and what happened. It's only on like the third or fourth episode. I think the fourth episode came tonight. It's a limited series. So
Right.
that it ain't gonna probably be multiple series.
Yeah, and they got it on Netflix.
No, this ain't on Netflix, I don't think. Oh, I don't think so. HBO Max is what it's on that I've been watching it. If this is on Netflix, I didn't know that. But this is actually pretty good show I've been watching. Um, and the new episode came out today, actually. And then what's this dude? Well, let me see his name. David Harbour. He was in
Yeah,
like
he was in it.
yeah, Stranger Things is on Netflix. He played Hellboy. He was in Black Widow.
And they
Thunderbolt.
got Millie Bobby Brown. I'm talking about the white girl. She in it.
Yeah, they said him and her didn't get along on the last season of Stranger Things. But anyway, they
And
got
Mike
him.
Willis. Oh, he's in it.
Who?
Mike Willie.
You talking about Stranger Things?
Yeah, he's in the movie. I'm talking about Finn Wolf Head.
Yeah, they all got so old so fast. Stranger Things, it took them what 10 years to finish making it. But Jason Bateman been acting for a long time. Um, he was in Arrested Development, Game Night, all kind of stuff. So Zootopia, but this was pretty good. This show that I've been watching. I ain't do a review on it really. Um, it's a limited series, so I don't know. Probably it's pretty good though. And then this other show, I can't stop watching this. This show is crazy. It's basically like what I was just talking about. Damn near. It's called Neighbors. It's a reality show on HBO also. And what they do is they go and follow disputes, real disputes between neighbors. And this last episode, oh my goodness gracious. You talk about some wild stuff. So they got this man who runs around in a yellow thong. He's 70 years old. He exercises and runs around in his yellow thong all in front of the neighborhood and everything. And the neighbors all try to tell him stop and stop being a pervert and all this stuff. And he'd be like upset and saying all kind. I mean, it's wow, wow, wow. Anyway, he ended up going online and researching this is named Danny Shimowski. And he ended up going and finding this because he lived in San Diego. And then he goes and find this nudist resort or nudist place to live in Florida, and he go to visit. As soon as he get there, he pull his little thong off and start running around with his little wee wee hanging, and they got all they got all these women with, oh my goodness, big old titties sagging down, and it's never the people you would think naked is naked. Let's just put it that way. It's the people you wouldn't want to be looking at mostly naked. But they all running around and dancing butt booty naked with their bodies that you don't want to see. And and then there was this one young white girl that was there, and she wasn't too bad. She was probably about late 20s. And she was there, and then she ended up saying, because they like show stuff and then they do interviews and whatever, and she talking about she looking for a sugar daddy and this and that. And then one of the things Danny was talking about is he looking for a wife so that he can have kids, because he worried that when he died his family line to be dead, he the last one and this and that. And so his old ass trying to have kids with some woman. It was this one woman with older woman closer to his age with these big long titties. She wanted to give him some. He was just curbing her ass because he wanted to get this young girl, and he over here trying to splurge and buy her stuff. And then he texted and texted and texted and texted and texted and texted and texted. Of course, this dude is a creep, man. He a straight creep. And anyway, he asked her to move in with him and this and that. And in her interview, she was talking about how she looking for a sugar daddy to support her rap career. And then she had some song on World Star Hip Hop, but that she also trying to be a civil engineer and this and that. And that girl was straight fried, okay? And he fried too, but she told him she ain't gonna move in with him, and he just lost it. He's like, I gotta go for a run. He put his little yellow thong on and was running down the highway and shit. This dude, boy, oh boy, man. These neighbors are wild. This was the last episode. I think an episode came on tonight because all this stuff come on Sundays. But this dude, man, I kind of felt bad for him in a way. Because he's just so damn lonely and never lived his life and stuff. But anyway, he spent a lot of time, he said, trying to take care of his parents or this or that or whatever. Anyway, he ended up like, you know what? I'm going back home. I'm gonna say F my neighbors, and I'm gonna do this and do that. And then next thing you know, he having little nude parties in his backyard. And of course, it's never the people you want to show up, to be naked, show up. And they show this one dude. Oh my God. I think clothes is meant for a reason, man. Everybody don't need to see everybody butt ass naked or they balls hanging down to their knees and stuff like that. They, oh my goodness. They had these one neighbors fighting over Halloween decorations. They really damn near about to fight, and they hate each other. They used to be friends, but then the black dude, learned from the white dude some techniques or something, so he want to go over and above and beyond to make his house better. And the white dude mad that he outdoing him, and he look at it as, well, he just got money, and that's the only thing. He ain't creative and stuff. Like, these dudes really hate each other now over Halloween decorations. Like, really. And the kids, they were still friends, but they damn near was about to stop the kids from playing with each other and stuff over Halloween decorations. Like, life too short, man. Life is too short. They arguing. They used to be friends. Now they hate each other over Halloween decorations.
That's crazy.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
You can't be happy with nothing.
Man, it's this one episode, because they done had about 5 episodes now. The very first one I don't agree with. I agree with them about why they were angry, which was these rich people are buying up this like beachfront property, but it used to be like public beach. But then as the rich people buy it up, they then, of course, find ways to pass laws, lobby, whatever, where now the beach directly behind their house is now private beach. And then they hired somebody that if anybody gets on that area, this is a big beach too, but if anybody get in the area behind their house, this dude to come and try to run them off or call the police, whether it's kids, whoever. And so they only got a small space where public people can use, where the most of it has been bought up by the private people. And I think that's kind of trashy, man, how the wealthy are buying up America. And if you ain't rich, you ain't gonna have nothing in this damn country no more. Nothing. You can't even go to the beach. And I think that was horrible. But, you know, that I agree with. The wealthy people try to say, well, people will use the beach and they'll leave trash, or they'll come on our porch and they'll, take our chairs, or they'll do this or do that. I mean, you could use the same guy you hired to make sure that don't happen then. Or, hire some people to clean the beach. But instead, they want to police it and make nobody be able to use it and things, which I think was horrible. But they got all kind of stuff. These two women that used to be friends, they arguing over like this much of a divider between their property line, and put pots of plants there, and then they don't want the pots there, and then she throw them, and they call the police, and they don't do this, then they put a gate and do. It's just so petty, man. And they all go back to, you're supposed to love your neighbor and stuff, and it looked like, man, America hates their neighbors, man. It's like people don't know their neighbors or hate their neighbors, and man, oh man, oh man, it's just wild, man. Wow, wow, wow. Anyway, that's just a couple reviews on a couple shows on HBO I saw. I really haven't been able to catch up with a lot of shows lately because I've been trying to work with this vending machine, grow this vending machine business, and still trying to do a little bit of the comedy and other things, because YouTube don't, pay nothing, and a lot of people are fair weather.
No, they don't. I'm telling you, not even much memberships. They don't pay for the memberships or the content.
Yeah, well, that too. And then a lot of people are fair weather supporters, meaning they only come through when you talking about power or something. But if you ain't doing that, they ain't gonna come by and support. And so, you on your own, I guess, with that. So a lot of that stuff, you know, you still got to make it in between and do other things. So I never started YouTube to make money. You know, making money is good and all, but that was never my initial purpose. So I'm glad it ain't, because I'd be stressing big time right now.
Yeah, because if you would never on YouTube, man, I mean reviewing me, I mean people wouldn't know nothing.
Well, definitely that. But I definitely wouldn't have no money if I was trying to put all my time into that. All right, let's move on to another part right quick. I'm gonna go to this reaction. I saw this on Instagram, and this woman is somewhat famous for interviewing people live, and they come up. She like a female Kevin Samuels, and this woman, I can't believe what she said. This woman said she's an escort, but she looking for a friend. But listen to this.
Hey, you know they gotta talk about your body. You don't care?
Huh? No.
Okay.
They gonna take me as I am.
They gonna see. Okay. What's your name?
My name is Tish. I'm from Illinois.
What you do for a living?
I'm an escort.
Got quiet. See,
What?
you
So
put,
you get paid to have sex with men?
Correct.
What you for? You already got paid.
No, listen. But I'm trying, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, I just want to, you know, one friend, that's it.
So the men you sleeping with, they can't be a friend?
I mean, they okay, you know, they already occupied, they are married and stuff like that, you know, so.
Let me ask you, have you ever had a boyfriend while you've been an escort?
I have, of course, I have 11 kids.
Are you being
she had to ask, are you being serious?
honest?
You being
I'm
honest?
being very honest with you. Yeah.
All right. First of all, here it go again, what I was saying earlier about women putting too much of their business and information out here on these internet streets. First of all, you just admitted to a criminality that you an escort getting paid to be with men. Then you said you got 11 kids. That just made all your kids look bad, because now everybody know they mama is a hoe. Damn. What's wrong with you? Then you talking about you want a man, a friend. You got 11. You want what? The biggest trick the devil pulled is feminism on women, especially black women. Because yeah, it is double standards, but a woman can't be a player. A woman can't be out there screwing around like men and then having 11 kids and acting like they body count don't matter. Because what man gonna really be with her and take her serious and wife her up with 11 kids? And the
No,
only
nobody. Dude, you ain't trying, ain't no man ain't finna move in with you to help you pay all your bills with your 11 kids. That man gotta feed his self.
yeah,
And how you gonna feed him?
right. Because the only way she make money is escorting. So unless that man is cool with you continue to escort and sleep with other men for money while y'all together, you have no way to bring no money in the house, which means he got to take care of not only him and you, but 11 kids from other men. This is wow. And
That's ridiculous.
man, and she got barn door lips. Them things is flipping and flopping. Them there. 11 kids. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Let's continue with this, man.
How many baby daddies do you have?
I have 2.
How you got 2 with 11 kids? What? Let's see.
Okay.
And she lied that quick.
I know, right? Listen to her math.
Any of those men?
No, because he's a mess. He
She said you couldn't be with either of those men, and she said no, because he's a mess. The delusion with some of these people out here, some of these women. How is he the mess? Oh my goodness.
was toxic, my first baby daddy.
How old are your kids?
My daughter is 14 years old with a 2-year-old.
Did y'all hear that? I don't want to keep pausing it, but this is just so much to digest. Her daughter is 14 years old and she has a 2-year-old. Just let that sink in for a second. You got a 14-year-old daughter and she has a 2-year-old. What has she learned from you? What has she seen growing up with you as a parent that she was having sex at 11? It takes 9 months to have a baby. 11 or 12 years old, she was having sex. She got a 2-year-old and she's 14, which means the baby was born at 12. You got to take 9 months out of that. So somewhere around 11, this girl was having unprotected sex, getting pregnant at 11. Even if it was 12, the last thing I could have thought about was having sex at 11 or 12. What? Let me play this.
And
Your 14-year-old daughter has a 2-year-old daughter?
yeah. A 2-year-old son.
A 2-year-old son.
Yeah.
So your daughter got pregnant at 11?
Yeah, she got pregnant at 11 and had a baby at 12. Right.
Did she get pregnant by a boy her age?
Yes.
Miss Tish, here's the deal.
She don't even know where to start yet. You only got to the first baby out of your 11 kids. You got a 14-year-old that's got a 2-year-old. You already a grandma, and you talking about you couldn't be with this baby daddy because he was toxic. Only person that will ever mess with you is somebody toxic. And the reason I say that is because if they had any morals or dignity or standing, they wouldn't be with a damn escort that has 11 kids and a 14-year-old with a 2-year-old. They don't mind drama. They just in it for sex and drama. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about themselves. You
They
won't get
sure don't, and they don't care nothing about if you ain't got nowhere to stay with a roof over your head. They just want to use you, what you
man,
got.
for real. First of all, I'd be afraid to have sex with an escort. Maybe I'm a coward. Maybe I'm a scaredy cat, but I ain't never slept with an escort in my life. And it's more about fear. Because I'm gonna be honest, I done seen some fine ones now, and I just if they didn't tell me, they may have got me. But you know, it ain't all about looks. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't necessarily that I wouldn't sleep with them because of looks. It's because you could look great and all this, but you probably got diseases, had diseases. You putting yourself exposed. Even if I was with you and you continue to do that, every time you do that, you possibly could get pregnant by somebody, have a disease, get herpes, all kind of stuff. Like, why would I do that? Why would I put myself at risk like that? Like, I couldn't do that. But listen to her. And she got on here with a damn bonnet on her head, ghetto as can be. Look at how she's dressed and presented, and look at her. I would choose Kendra G over her 1,000 times. Not that Kendra G is the most beautiful, this or that, but beauty ain't all that either. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. You want somebody attractive, but you ain't got to be, this or that, nice, presentable, hold yourself together. That's good enough for me. You ain't got to have the biggest booty or boobs or the greatest face or hair or da-da-da. Just be nice and look decent, Don't be ghetto and trifling and nasty. I don't know. Is that too much these days? I don't know.
You're being authentic with me, right?
I'm being very authentic with you.
This is a lot. You already know this space. So are you ready for the conversation that's going to be had around you?
Yeah.
So these are the questions I ask everyone, right? And when you say the amount of kids, the next question is, how old are they?
Oh my gosh, you want all my kids' ages?
Yeah.
Yeah, dumbass.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and I have a 1-year-old.
Wait a minute. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. For how many? That's 10 years in a row. 10 years in a row. You had a
Lord have
baby.
mercy.
Right. It takes 9 months to have a baby. So that's what? After your month or 2, 3 month period of waiting, you was back pregnant every 3 months. Every 3 months you was pregnant again after having the child. What? That's worse than slave times right there. They would have had her as a breeder, and she having a damn baby every year. Damn, man. They would have made her populate the whole damn plantation in this month. The hell? A baby every year, every 3 months. Is that even possible? Women in the chat, let me know, please, whether you watching live or on the replay.
They probably be asleep on Sunday.
There was a few people left and went to sleep. I should have got on earlier. But man, can you have a baby every 3 months? What in the world? Get pregnant every 3 months? And then she had a 5-year-old, then waited 4 years, and now she got a 1-year-old. What? She say 10 of them babies are by one man, and the 1-year-old is by another. How is this possible? I don't even want to believe this. Look at this.
So the 1-year-old, and this is by 2 men.
Yes.
Have you ever been married?
No.
And why are you not with the 1-year-old dad again?
What you talking about? The one with the 10 kids?
Oh, you have 2 kids by one and then 1 kid by one other person?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, why are you not with the man you have 10 kids with? Check out the full interview now inside the Kendra G.
Yeah, that was a good promo right there, because that right there is pure insanity. I hope that was a skit. I hope that wasn't real. But from what I've seen of Kendra G, most of her stuff is real. It's not fake. And that right there is just pure insanity. Pure insanity, man. What you think about that, Steve?
I mean, that's that don't make no sense.
Would you be with somebody that had 11 kids?
No, I wouldn't be having nobody 11 kids, because that woman ain't gonna feed me, take care of me. That woman ain't gonna be supportive of my responsibility. None of that. I have enough money to feed my self, so I can't feed you and 11 kids. I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't help you. No, what I can't do.
Steve says she can't feed me. Shit. What you like to eat, Steve? What's your favorite?
Because I like to eat fish and shrimps and seafood.
Shrimps
and shrimp fried rice.
Oh, Steve, boy, your ass ain't playing, boy. He said, I need some shrimp fried rice in this mug. I used to love that till man.
Good thing, Jay. You ain't got nobody like that in your life with 11 kids. You be having a fit. You have a fit.
Ain't no way in the world. I might run actually again. That come in my life, I might actually run again in this mug. I get away so fast. These legs will start walking like it ain't no tomorrow. Straight up.
You'll be out the door with wheelchair and all.
Damn, yeah, I'm gonna get up.
And that lady will be looking around. What happened to Jay? But she'd be looking all in her closet in her room.
For real, she been and healed me. Cause I'd get up and out the chair and run down the block in this mug.
Yeah, because she gonna say, what happened here?
Nah, she killed me. That's what happened. Ain't no way I
because that lady ain't gonna take care of you, so she don't want to take care of her kids and herself, making sure they fed, making sure them kids bathed. making sure they got clean pajamas on to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Like, man, I'm gonna be honest, man. It's some nice ladies at church, man, that I see. Not that I know them and stuff, but I mean, at the church I go to, it's a big church and it's a black church. I've never been to like this big of a church like that on the regular. I really like going there, not just because of, the other things. They got a good word and stuff, but I see a lot of really, really, really nice looking women there. And a lot of them be having kids and they be by themselves with the kids and stuff. And I be thinking like, dang, man, I wonder how it's gonna work out for them. Not that if you have a kid, that's the end of your life or this or that. But it's just like, dang, man, no, I don't get it, man. And I guess, getting too old now. But for me to want to get with a woman that's got like young kids under 5, that's almost like it's not even, I don't even consider it no more. That could never even, I don't even, nope. That would just, what? And going to schools and registering for schools and babysitter and stuff and things. Maybe I'm in my empty nest selfish phase, but like I raised my son, and I just don't want to go through that no more, man. You had a 15-year-old or something, he about to be doing his own thing. Hey, he could do whatever, or they or she, whatever. It's a lot less. Not that it's over, but you got a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old. Like, oh man, you just getting started. That's a lot of work, a lot of stuff, a lot of responsibility. Oh my goodness. Oh my man, like if I was that woman, I'd be very appreciative and nice to the man that did want to spend time. Not to say they should be giving up the cootie cat and this and that, but because that is a delicate balance. I know I say it's always on the woman, at least on first in the beginning, whether they, giving it to somebody or not, or getting played to a certain extent, because women got the control. But some men, if you wait too long, they'll get upset and still be there just so they can get it because they invested so much time, and then they get it and then they bounce on you. And if you give it up too quick, then, they may bounce on you or may never take you too serious or whatever. I just think it's harder to know a person's character and things nowadays. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's a lot to go on, man. A lot to worry about. And even if I did meet a younger woman, say she was in her early 20s and didn't have kids, and she wanted to have kids, I don't even know what I would do, man.
Would you propose to her? I'm talking about if the relationship turned out well to be like you will have it, like you got it planned it.
I mean, man, that is a really good question, bro. I mean, if I really, really, really love that girl, I would probably propose to her. But if she wanted kids, OMG. I don't know. I know another person that had kids that's only 2 years younger than me, and they got like a 1-year-old or something with a woman that's in her like mid to late 20s or something. And I'm just like, wow. Maybe I think too much, man. I'm not saying like I'm smart, but I just overthink stuff too much. I just think of preschool, going to kindergarten, going to, oh man, I would love to have a kid again and try to maybe do things differently. I wish I could have did the things in my original plan, but then again, I'd be like, man, I'm good. I don't know, man. that person, I don't know, man. It's just so much to think about. I don't know, man. If I could do that, it, and you really like really can start being successful and making money once you start getting a little older, and then to start all over again, and then putting in for kids and things. Ooh wee! I sacrificed so
You know,
much.
because you just can't proclaim. You just can't either much proclaim and try to I mean, what's what I say? Trying to proclaim yourself and trying to get into a relationship with somebody. If the person like you or this woman has is interested in you, then
Yeah.
that means she might take you to be her man. But if she ain't if she don't want you, that means that hey, it is what it is.
Well, that's the thing too. People could be using you for stuff too, but I just look at it as I sacrificed so much for my son and raising a child, living in the city I didn't want to be in, working jobs I didn't want to work or that I didn't have to work and I could have did better, working 2 jobs, getting in the accident. If I didn't have a child to take care, I wouldn't have needed to work that job. Wouldn't have had to been out there. I could have been good like I was. I wouldn't have I'm not blaming that or whatever on that, but it's just like, my life could have been so different, and I'm not saying that having kids is a bad thing. I think it's one of the best things you could have in life and go through because it did give me a sense of love and sharing and things I never would have ever felt or experienced, like buying stuff and doing things for my son and seeing how happy he used to be and things was much
Mhm.
better than anything I could buy myself, you know. But
Right.
yeah, seeing him happy and stuff was that. But then as he got older, that disappears, and then you get upset you doing all this stuff and they don't appreciate or they don't care or they don't do this or that. You like, I'm doing all this and that, and not to say that happens with everybody and things, but it's difficult, man. Raising children is very, very difficult. It's not easy. You have to have love. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work out, man, in my opinion. It gets even more difficult. So then as we get older and things, and the way the world is and things, oh man, I would hate to have, we'd be like the Walking Dead, people running around zombies and you trying to feed a damn baby or a 1-year old or a 2-year old or something or a 5-year old or something. It just would just make the stress so much more. So it's just a lot. Hopefully we ain't in the Walking Dead situation. Definitely. Let me get to this other topic. How long we been live tonight? Damn, it's been 2 hours already.
2 hours.
Shout out to my girl B. She sent me this on Instagram. A lot of people send me videos on Instagram, so I'm gonna try to start playing more of those more often too, because it is some good stuff that you all send me, and I appreciate y'all for sending me that stuff to check out. Uh, I meant to play this earlier when I was talking about them home health aides, and before I play this, shout out to SG. He was saying that what pisses them off is that these jobs, the home health aid jobs, and especially fast food, which you work for a few years, put so much effort into doing the job and doing everything you told only to be let go. And meanwhile, we got a bunch of lazy people not doing that at all, and they still there. It's so backwards. That is true. That is true. And that discourages, what it does is it makes a person like yourself that were doing a good job, the next time you get a job, you don't want to do a good job. You don't care no more. It turns you into that other lazy person. It makes you, a person that was good, now say, to hell with that. because doing good and having company loyalty gets you nowhere, and they broke that bond, the social contract with, hey, you work here, you stick here for such and such amount of years, you can retire, you can get a pension, you can get a 401k. Now it's no loyalty. You won't be here long enough to retire. You won't get any benefits. There's no point in you doing a good job, and so now nobody give a damn. Nobody wants to do a good job. Nobody plans on staying. Nobody cares. But look at this video right here.
Her mom, who has dementia, into La Mirada Heights senior living community 4 years ago, believing it would be a safe space. That belief torn to shreds last summer when prosecutors say Jonathan Alvarado raped her mother. Alvarado was a volunteer piano player at La Mirada Heights. The whole nightmare caught on camera.
I just screamed.
Anderson set up Ring cameras throughout her mom's apartment because of her dementia-related symptoms. Anderson was at work when this happened, but started receiving several motion-triggered notifications from Ring.
When I had a chance to go back to my office and check my phone, I see on the notification picture that there was a man in the room sitting down tying his shoes.
He called the facility and says 2 workers entered the room to check on her mother.
Are you naked, Mama?
Notice her confusion as they ask questions.
Are you okay? Everything okay? Yeah? Who's the guy who was here? Think about it, Mama, and slow, so you can tell me.
Do you know what happened? Like, no. Hey, did you want to have sex, Mom? No. No.
Alvarado is facing felony charges, 1 count for rape, 1 for a lewd act on a dependent adult. Anderson moved her.
Boy, I'm trying to tell y'all be thinking I be talking crazy. Make me feel petty because they stole that cereal. They gonna steal all them goodies. They gonna steal that booty, everything. Cootie cat. And what's crazy is some of these, boy, oh my goodness, some of these people, like I showed the one woman sitting on the man's head dancing on TikTok, and then, see, this was a man on a woman, but when it's a woman on a man, a lot of them get away with it or not looked on the same way because they can always say, well, he got hard, or he wanted it, or he did this or that to me, or such and such, when, they could have the same problems. But imagine this dude over here smashing your mama who got dementia. This dude crazy, man. These people, OMG. At least he facing felony counts. But imagine if you don't have somebody like this daughter that could set up the cameras and stuff to see this. And then if she would have came at him or something, they would have tried to say she crazy or she violated his privacy or da 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 da. When the truth is, they be the ones that's doing the violating and the stealing and the lying and all this stuff. I mean, it's just wow. Wow, wow, wow. Anyway, what would you feel if somebody did that to your mama? If your mama, Lord forbid, had to be in the home, and then you find out somebody over here tearing your mama up?
I would be ready to kill somebody if they did that to my mama.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Lord knows I would do that.
I already know you love your mama, boy.
Yeah, don't matter how she treats you, though. But right. You still gotta respect your elders, because if you don't, go on take 60 of your days, because you don't never respect your mama. Cuss at your mama.
No, and this dude probably was doing all kind of sexual stuff to that woman. That's crazy, man. If I'd have found out somebody was doing that to my mom, man, at her age and doing these things, oh my goodness, I'm already ready for drive-bys, so it's on. But these people is just Just wild hundreds, man. Wild hundreds out here in these streets, man. So everybody, man, you got to be careful out here, man. Be prepared. Keep your head on a swivel because
On the border,
it's just, man, it's dangerous out here, man. It really is, man. It really is, man. So what else I want to talk about? Oh, I know this ain't a big deal, but Robert Mueller, he was a dude that was doing the little report. That's where most people heard him from. He was the head of the FBI, but he dropped a little Mueller report right before Trump got elected. But then Trump tried to turn on him and stuff. The Mueller report was trying to make Hillary look like she could possibly be crooked with those emails. You remember everybody heard about the emails.
Yeah, way back in 2015, because Hillary Clinton was up under the table with some dude, and then she ended up getting classified winking links sent to her phone.
Well, that was all a bunch of BS though, but they did make it look like it was a big stink, and that was the whole plan. But anyway, Trump eventually turned on him too. Well, he just died, and of course Trump threw him under the bus. He will piss on your grave, man.
Because he don't give a damn about nobody.
Nobody. He did it to John McCain. He did it to name somebody that died. He done pissed on their grave, man. But anyway, he passed, man. And
Robert Miller.
Yeah, although I don't agree with everything, man. Rest in peace, man. I try not to, we all gonna, have to meet our maker one day. So you don't want to, piss on nobody's grave, man. I just think that's just in poor taste.
That's disrespectful, man.
It is, man. You don't agree with them, then if you ain't got nothing nice to say, move on, But you ain't got to do that, man. Anyway, I'm going to play this one story. This story is wild. A lot of people didn't hear about it. It's been kind of blocked a little bit, but it was a story about the Israeli military, the IDF. They ended up, because while they going over there at war with Gaza and stuff, they, of course, clearing out houses, they stealing people houses, all kind of stuff. Well, it is allegations that they took the cootie cat of one of the women that was there, or multiple women. And so it was about to be swept under the rug, but then a lot of people made a big stink about it, and their story kind of got out a little bit. And so then after that, they kind of announced that they were going to have investigations of those soldiers. Once they announced that, it was like a big riot going on, and people upset about it once they found out. But they were upset, not that, and this is over at Israel, but they weren't upset that they were going to be, that they did it. They were upset that they were being investigated about it. And so now the investigation has been completed, and look what happened.
The Israeli military is dropping charges against 5 soldiers who were caught on camera raping a Palestinian detainee. Sounds horrifying, right? The whole story is even worse. So nearly 2 years ago, Israeli police detained soldiers suspected of sexually abusing a Palestinian at this notoriously brutal prison camp called State Haman. In response, mobs of Israeli rioters and lawmakers stormed a military base and a military court in support of the soldiers. In the months that followed.
And here's the thing. They always say that they are democracy and that they the place that everybody would want to be living over there. But listen.
The soldiers were welcomed to court with chants of, "You are heroes," and "We love you." Some were even welcomed on national TV. Meanwhile, top Israeli officials were seeking to both defend the soldiers and instead punish Yifat Tomer Yerushalmi, the ex-military advocate general who leaked the footage of the rape. She resigned after admitting that she leaked the footage, and the Israeli government went after her, detaining her and investigating her, and at one point even putting her under house arrest. Her case is still open, while the case into the alleged rapist soldiers themselves is now closed. It's important to underscore that this case in particular was pointed to by U.S. officials and other pro-Israel defenders as proof that the government of Israel could be trusted to investigate itself. And now the case is closed and the charges are dropped. All the while, top officials like Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Defense Minister Israel Katz call it blood libel to investigate soldiers caught on camera raping a Palestinian. Katz even openly said that the role of the Israeli military's legal system is to protect and safeguard soldiers and not to, for example, hold them accountable when they commit a crime on camera. As
This sound like ICE.
Mm-hmm.
They sound like MAGA over here, man, over there.
the U.S. and Israel open up their war on Iran, it might be even harder for them to rally public support or claim some sort of moral cause when one government is led by the Epstein class and the other is led by officials who have now just defended rapist soldiers.
Zeteo, Zeteo, man, that's a good news source, man. Mehdi Hassan, they do a great job on getting some good information out here. But man, I think we barbecue chicken in this world, man. With the way good is now bad and bad is now good, and then accountability, and people don't want to hear certain things, or they don't. I mean, I don't even know what to say. That's another reason why I don't have no kids, man. It's wild out here, man. It's dangerous, and it gets. I don't even know what to say, man. I mean, we don't live there, but it's getting that way now. Like you were saying earlier, they putting ice at the airports. And
Just start Monday.
Man, oh man, oh man. I'm glad I got back home. You know, they tried to play me. So this dude that was helping me at the airport and was getting me through everything, he helped me get through the line with a handicap line or whatever. And it was a black dude too that was the one that was talking crazy. He was a TSA agent. He like, man, you can't be helping him like that. He need to get in the line. Man, it was like a damn 30-person line. They didn't even have no space for handicap access. And this was in New Jersey when he did this. But normally in like in other airports, if you in a wheelchair, they give you that you go through, and then they'll have a different access. They don't make you wait in line with the same. You got a different line when you with the wheelchair access. And dude ain't give a damn. He like, nope, you got to do this and that. But dude kind of smoothed it through a little bit, and we still went through. But dude was hating a little bit, man. It's like, man, the humanity is leaving people. They just don't give a damn no more, and they don't care about stuff no more. And it's just, man, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Shaq say barbecue chicken is on the menu every day. People is fried out here, man.
Right.
So, anyway.
Yeah, man, because maybe the next election, though, we get them.
If we could even make it to that point. It's so many ways we fried, man. Here go another thing I meant to cover earlier, which is showing that we don't even know that we setting our own self up for failure. So a lot of people, of course, they did this on purpose. The economy is messed up, so people don't have jobs, which then people need to have jobs. So one of the jobs that's left is AI, which is a bad job, because if you're doing jobs for AI, you basically gonna train AI and robots to replace you permanently. But then you need food on the table now, so you do it. And so this picture that I'm showing is this dude. Let me see. It didn't show. Hold on, let me reload. And then I'll read a little bit of this story. But this picture of this dude right here is he has a camera on his head and he's doing laundry. Let's see if it load up this time. There we go. So he has a camera on his head doing laundry. And what he's doing is training AI on how to do laundry, how to do tasks, and show the human movements and intricacies. Because for those that may be following AI and robotics, then you will know that robots have a hard time doing intricate tasks that humans do. So, like Elon Musk and these people want to bring out the robots and stuff. Well, robots can't really clean a house or do the laundry and do all this stuff. So they are hiring people to show how it's done, basically training AI, and then they're going to take that data and then put it into the robots and AI, which then will replace people permanently. And it say right here, why hundreds of people in LA are strapping cameras to their bodies to do chores. AI and robotic companies need data on movements in the physical world. Some are paying gig workers to record themselves cooking dinner and doing laundry. The hottest new gig economy in LA is performing at home to help artificial intelligence understand how humans move. This is the worst thing you can do because they'll know how we move. They can track us. They can kill us. They can copy us. They'll be able to do everything. I mean, it's horrible. But if you hungry and you ain't got a job and you got bills to pay, you kind of caught in a catch-22.
In a crossfire.
Exactly. But it's making it worse because in a year or two, they'll have all the data they need and they're going to fire your ass. And now it's no jobs left. None. And that's why they want the robots, because they don't want to pay people and they'll have the robots do everything. And the rich can afford the robots and everybody else will just have to fight and kill each other. I mean, it's wild, man. It's that people, hundreds of people from Santa Monica to Los Feliz are strapping cameras on their hands and their heads and their hands as they do chores at home so bots can watch how they make coffee, scrub toilets, water plants, wash dishes. It's just wild, man. They say people think I'm selling drugs, she says. She says she's actually a manager for a San Francisco-based firm called InstaWork that connects companies and blue-collar workers. And she's handing out headbands with phone mounts, a simple piece of equipment that lets people record their every move, movements that will be turned into data to train robots how to act. Man, this is the worst thing. I think this is it. This is the final boss right here. They already got the cars self-driving. They already got the AI that's doing all this work. Because the AI we have, for example, ChatGPT and all that, it really can't do much. But they do have better models. And here's the thing that people don't realize. Like, even if everybody in the US had a ChatGPT subscription, it still would not be enough money to replace the amount of money that they have invested into the company to build it and the investment it takes to run it. The only way these companies can be successful, and it's only going to end up being one or two companies that control the world, damn near one, because it's going to take so much energy. They build a nuclear power plants and stuff to run it because it takes so much energy to make it work that you can't have a bunch of these companies and data centers. But the only way they can become profitable is if they replace everything. Every job, which I mean, that's like everything from manufacturing to lawyers to doctors, like everything, teachers. Like, man, we so screwed. It ain't even gonna be like, what would you go to school for?
I mean, unless you go to school and get your bachelor degree.
And what? It ain't no job. Who gonna hire you? Where? What
No,
company?
nobody.
Right. Like they trying to really end us.
Now, I mean,
It's,
look at Target. Target's the same way too. They already losing two bids of dollars. That's why you don't see no black person ain't trying to buy food or products or hair stuff out of there, and they ain't trying to buy no clothes out of there at Targets. And you see Jamal Bryant talking about you need to boycott Targets.
Jamal Bryant in Houston or Atlanta?
I think he's in Atlanta, Jamal Bryant.
Okay. I mean, there's some questions about him, but anyway, I would say all of these damn companies, they out for the same thing, man. And man, I don't even know the answer on how we can do something about it, other than we do need to vote to get these regulations in place. One of the things they did in that big booty bill that he passed, his big beautiful bill, is that they said the states cannot regulate AI companies for 10 years. For 10 years. How could you do whatever you want for 10 years and nobody can say nothing? It's game over by then. Man, we so cooked in so many ways, man. We got to get active. I get it. It can be discouraging and it can look like it ain't no hope. But if we don't do something now, it's about
It would be a little too late.
Man, for real. Damn near almost too late
So
now.
people gotta better get up off your high horses.
Hey, for real. Get off the high horses and get low in this mug. Do something, man, because we could be entertained and do all this other stuff, but if we don't take action somehow, some way, it make me want to run for office, man. Y'all gonna support me? I run for office, man.
Mm-hmm. Because I already lost my emergency when I was on the boat. But Keisha went up in there. She went into the driver's room and she found the tour birth certificate in my pants.
Man,
I'm telling you, she had to call. I'm talking about she had to call my mama and told her and say, Steve birth certificate got ripped up, so she had to go pay for another one, $35 for two.
I know that's right. You got to
I'm telling you, because you can't get off the boat without your birth certificate or your passport. Because if you don't, you're gonna be stuck down now.
Yeah, you need a passport, bro. You shouldn't even be taking that birth certificate because that's too delicate. But most Americans don't have a passport, which is on purpose.
Yeah, but I have ID.
Yeah, but without a passport, you can barely go a few places, and you can only go a few places in the world without a passport. And they making it harder and harder to go and do anything, which then you don't get to experience how other people live, which then you could compare to how you live and realize, hey, man, we ain't got to be like this. Or, they don't do this. Why we do that? Or, hey, they got this done. Why can't we? So, but if you don't ever get that experience, then you don't really know how bad you have it. You can be told the lie that you got it the best, And so that's the problem right there, man. One of the problems. There's so many problems, but just like at Panama, man, everybody ain't necessarily got money, although too many people with money is moving there, which is raising up the prices and making, it worse for people that don't have money. But it's a lot of people that are happy, living life, enjoying each other, and it ain't all about working forever and making a bunch of money, and we need to get back to that if we ever could, but I don't know if we could over here. We've been in the brainwash for 50 years, 60 years now. So, anyway. Juan Marley, yeah, man, we gotta try something, man. He say you gonna support me if I run for office. I'm gonna roll for office, y'all.
Well, you gonna be trying to run for mayor of Indiana?
Hey, I might. They probably assassinate me though.
You better get all the whites and the Latinos come out and vote for you.
Hey, I'll be all right then. They're the ones that vote the most now. But
Yeah, though, down here in Texas, though them Latinos don't like Jasmine Crockett. Some did and some did. That's why she came up short to get over 2 million votes.
well, that go back a little bit to what I was talking about earlier about what they want to do to women and how they feel about women and monitoring women. They don't like women really, period. And then a black woman, and then they what they would call her as an uppity Negro, because she get all, telling them to their face what this and that and da 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 da. They really, really hate that. So, it's really sad that we can't move forward as much as we should by now. I like Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett is thick in chocolate. That's why I got a crush on her.
Jasmine Crockett is thick in chocolate. Look at you dropping bars over here.
I'm telling you, I got a crush on her every time I see her.
Yeah, she a cutie though, but she's smart. She's smart as well. She a lawyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she a lawyer, and I like that about her.
That's why I was going to ask you, do you think that is she going to run for president? Because if she do, it's going to be a bunch of Democrat candidates. It'd be better if they make her the House Speaker.
All right. Well, I put it this way. I don't think she would win. She can run for president because, hey, a lot of people do that just so they can make money or get their name out there or whatever. So, hey, it is what it is, but I don't think she'll win. If they didn't vote for Kamala Harris.
And they ain't going to vote for her.
Exactly. And Kamala Harris is so that's the thing. That showed that they lie. Because if they won't vote for Jasmine Crockett because she is so-called uppity Negro, so to speak, well, you ain't vote for Kamala Harris because she the exact opposite. And she's reserved. She's intelligent. She a lawyer too. She's an attorney also. She know her stuff. She was telling the truth. She was trying to do a few things, although she ain't tell the truth on everything. Like, for example, she wasn't really that happy with some of the stuff Biden was doing. But when she said she wouldn't change anything, that was a bad mistake. She should have just been like, yeah, I'll change this, I'll change that. But they kind of felt like they would alienate some Biden voters. But anyway, it's also, if you all look into this conspiracy theory, a lot of people believe that she actually won more of those swing states than it showed, but that it might have been some shenanigans going on with the machines and because somebody bought the voting machines out that's a Trump supporter and things and other stuff, and they think maybe some of this stuff might have had some things change up or whatever. Who knows? That because Trump won every single swing state, which that's been in question a little bit.
Yeah, and lied and say he did great with the black vote. It ain't 2 million people voted for him. Black people voted for him.
I know, right? So they need to probably, it ain't going to happen, but it would have been good if she would have investigated like how he had everybody investigate after he lost and all the lawsuits and stuff they had going, but they didn't do that here, so it is what it is. Yeah. Again, man, I don't want to give up on anything, but we definitely need to reorganize and make something happen, definitely. Otherwise, we ain't going to need to give up because it's going to be over with, And, I'm not old enough to just be like, okay. If I was 90, I'd be like, oh, well, only any day now could be it for me. So, which any day could be it for me anyway. You don't have to be 90, but if you was in your 90s, you had your time for the most part. Not to say you should give up and just die, but, you don't have to worry about the next 20 years. My father was sitting there talking about he gonna move to California. He gonna buy a house. Like, dude, you 80. You think you gonna get a 30-year mortgage? They gonna finance you till you 110?
Man, that's crazy. I wouldn't be. Man, California is racist, though.
Boy,
they racist on the beach. They're racist in San Diego, California.
it is a lot more racism in California than a lot of people realize. Definitely Northern California, you'll come across a lot more than you realize. But you know, they used to be always red, but now it's a little bit more blue, mostly blue in the cities and different things. But that red and blue is all trash anyway. Like they were against parties in the beginning. Even Washington, George Washington was against party loyalty over the country. Like I don't believe in party loyalty over the country's loyalty and what's good for everybody in the country. But it's a lot easier now to go one side versus the other because one side don't have any policies that make any sense. Just like I was looking at this one dude, he was arguing with a MAGA dude, and he was talking about policy, and he like, dude, you keep talking about policy, like that don't even matter. Like that's all that matters. That's all that matters because the policies are the laws which end up what we live by. Like ICE is a policy. You know, that ain't a feeling. They put that into law. That was a policy of mass deportation and funding ICE $170 billion, but then cut food stamps, cut health care, cut, you know, job, cut, you know, green energy, cut all this stuff. Those are policies, you know, so that's everything. You know, feelings are nothing. Your feeling, I feel like crime is up. Well, let's look at the statistics. It's not, but I feel like it is. But your feelings ain't what is the truth. You know what I mean? I feel like I can walk again, but I can't. You know, not right now at least. So it ain't about your feelings. You know, I still feel like I'm 33 inside, but I'm not.
But I'm talking about if you is 33 right now, you probably still would have been walking.
Yeah.
You'd be exercising.
Oh, heck yeah. I would still be doing what I was, but you know, I'm not. And that's the facts. You know, so you have to deal with facts over feelings, you know. And that's the problem, man. They interviewed this one dude. I got this saved. I'll get ready to go out on this one. But this one guy these people were walking by, and it's Don Lemon. Don Lemon. So these three white guys was walking down on the boardwalk or something, and Don Lemon had stopped them and asked them, what question did he ask them?
Do you realize how much?
Something about the war. And this dude, then one dude say something about the war. He don't even know something, whatever. And then the other dude say something else. And he just gets so mad at his friend. He like, you gonna have to walk home. Like, what? You would do that to your friend over this stuff? Like, I don't know, man. And then the other dude he asked, he didn't know what the hell was going on. He just sounded like Tupac. Biggie about smoke weed, you know, coochie, and get money. You know, it just was so horrible that, man, I don't even know what I don't even trying to find this if I can find it quick. I tried to have it saved over here, but anyway, man, I don't even know what people are on, man, these days, but I don't even see it. But here go another video I had right here about 90s kids.
Sure, this makes sense.
Versus
Says here that a psychologist.
Hold on, I'll play this a little bit. This show a little difference I didn't even think about. That when we played video games growing up, our games, here, I'll let them explain it, versus the video games of today.
But when I was growing up, I had a Nintendo.
All right, well, listen to this.
Explained why 90s kids think differently than...
This is a psychologist explaining why 90s kids think differently than millennials or Gen Z. I say millennials kind of think similar to 90s kids, people like my era or whatever, Gen X. because they were kind of closer to us than people that were born after like 2004. But listen,
Gen Z. The games you played as a kid literally rewired your brain. And here is what changed. Okay. He said children in the 90s played games that forced the brain to fail and try again. Mario, Sonic, Prince of Persia, you had 3 lives, no saves, no hints. When you lost, you learned patience, planning, and frustration tolerance. Today, yes, you did. All right. Today, many games guide kids step by step, auto save every 10 seconds, and remove real challenge. Goes on to say that Tetris, Doom, Quake, Zelda, you had no map, no path arrows. Bro, when I played Zelda for the first time, and I played it, the very first time, I'm like, this game's crap. I hate it. And then maybe I cleared all my other games. I put Zelda in and I started playing. And I started playing it. It was most fascinating. And then I broke a wall. I'm like, I broke a wall. And there's something in the wall. And then I used my sword broke a tree. And I got like something out of a tree. I started playing, like I started trying to navigate every single inch of that game. And it turned that game into an amazing game, right? Yeah. So it says you, sir, remembered layouts, patterns, secrets. Yes. Scientists now show that these games strengthened the hippocampus, the part of the brain for memory and navigation. Modern games often give glowing lines, GPS arrows, voice assistants. Kids follow instruction instead of figuring it out. Right? You had to stop when you failed.
It's training you to be a follower, basically. If you follow an instruction instead of learning how to figure it out. When you learn how to figure it out, it teaches you how to be independent, a leader. You know, that's part of probably why after being injured, I'm still somewhat successful or doing good in life, because I've always had to learn how to figure it out. If something doesn't go right, I got to figure it out. I can't just lay there and act like a baby and blame everybody like baby boomers do. Lay there and blame everybody or act as if I'm, feel sorry for me. So do this for me, do that for me. You owe me, do this for me, do that for me. I don't do that. I have to figure out, how can I get it done for me? How can I make this work? Okay, I can't use my legs. I got to use this. I got to use that. I got to do this. I got to grab that. I got to figure it out now. It's another way to get it done. And now I automatically think that way because I've been trained my whole life. I've been playing Atari, Nintendo, Sega, all of this stuff, so that I've learned, I guess subconsciously, because I didn't know I was preparing myself for a future life like that. But when something doesn't go right, I figure it out. I can't drive like I used to. Well, I'm going to have to figure it out. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I can't get this or do this. I'm just going to figure it out. I can't work like I used to. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out ways I can work. I'm going to have to figure out ways I can support myself and make money. I'm not going to just lay there and just collect the check and then act like, oh, woe is me, feel sorry for me, but I'm this, but I'm that. You owe me. You owe me. I don't do that. That's just a disgusting way to do it. And I am thankful that I've had to figure out stuff and make it work, because that other way, you are dependent. You are forever a dependent. You always got to blame or wait on somebody else to do this or do that or whatever the case, complaining.
Yeah, because you have to learn how to do it yourself.
Damn right.
Because it's like your mama can't be around all the time to help you, and your daddy can't.
Yeah, like I had to come home to an empty house. I had to make my own lunch. I had to walk home from school. I got showed how to get to school on the bus one time. I needed to remember it. I had to go to school. I had to figure it out. I can't be talking about I couldn't get on the phone. How I texting? How do I get back to school again? How do I do this again? I didn't have that. I needed to pay attention and get it right the first time. You know, I wasn't going to be texting my dad or my mom or calling people and figuring it out. I had to remember. I had to pay attention. I had to be home at a certain time. We knew about the street lights. We knew where we should go and not go. We knew what this, like we were little independent adults growing up. We had to think and figure it out, you know, which I think makes Gen X probably the only ones that can save this country. Because we bridge the gap between the old people, the boomers who are ruining this country because they just spoiled. They are actually everything against what they wanted to be. They hated the Vietnam War when it was their time. Now they love war. Now they support blowing up Iran or killing people and doing so. They love that stuff now. You know, they were the ones talking about living off the land and being hippies. Now they some of the greediest people on earth and all about money and keeping their houses and greedy people. They have turned on everything they believed in. Everything. And see, where my generation growing up, we look at that as being a sellout. You know, we look at it, if you don't keep your word, that's worse than anything. If you ain't a person, a man of your word, or you say one thing and do another, that's disgusting. That's disgusting to me. You know, if I'm sitting here saying these things and then I get off and then I start smoking crack and stealing money from everybody and doing this, while I sit here and talk about don't do this and don't do that, I would, man, I would hate myself. I would hate myself, you know? So, like, I just don't believe in saying something that is that and doing something else. If I don't know something, I say I don't know, or I'll look it up. I don't just guess or go off feeling
Right. You
that.
can't do that. It's like a school teacher asking you questions.
Man, for real. I guess. But yeah, man, it's just the generations and things, man. I don't know, man. We got a lot to work on, y'all, but maybe they need to go back playing some 90s games. Retrain their brain. They need to play some Mario and Sonic, some Zelda.
Okay, I used to play Mario, Sonic. I used to either play wrestling, WWF when I was growing up. And I used to play Pikachu. I used to play all that before they started making the PS1.
Oh, okay. Pikachu, that's a little after my time. But
All
PS1,
that stuff what we growing up on, man, all that's passed by.
man, yeah, definitely. Once they connected to the internet, video games, that's where the downfall really started. Because now you
And
didn't
Super
play.
Mario. And they
Yeah.
got Super Mario and Super Sonic video games.
Mm-hmm.
Because
But
that
back,
Nintendo, that thing with you playing your hand, that Nintendo, the GameCube, that's
yeah.
still out.
Oh yeah, they done made a bunch of those. But one of the things is before when you play with friends, you actually had to know some friends first, and then you could play with them. Once you got them online, you didn't even know who the hell you playing with, you know. And
Yeah, because I had went over there to GameStop, man. Because I got the WWE 2K26, man. And that man told me at the counter, we sold. I went over there to Toys and look around. They sold. I went over there to Walmart. That's the last. I went and got the last WWE 2K26.
yeah, a lot of people buy the digital copies these days. Sports games, I'll buy the digital copies because shoot, they ain't no good in a year anyway. But other games,
But
I still,
I just play mine over and over till I get used to it.
yeah. I mean, yeah, but then they bring a new one out the very next year. That's the
That's
problem.
the I mean EA Sports, they do that because they make a lot of money off those video games.
Hell yeah, exactly. You know, the Saudi Arabian company bought EA Sports, EA.
Where they gonna be making money off those video games too. Everyone to come out every year, they gonna make money. They don't care what player athlete is on the cover.
Man, America for sale, man, crumbling. Now, NFL football video game, Madden, is owned by Saudi Arabia.
And then they ain't say nothing about I'm surprised they ain't say nothing about 2K.
They probably next. They make so much money from Grand Theft, though. Man, I scratched my ear or something, man.
I'm waiting on Grand Theft Auto, man. It sucked though that we gotta wait. I mean 9 months to Grand Theft Auto get here.
if they don't delay it again.
Because they didn't want it to come out in March last year, 2025, March the 6th, because it got pushed back.
Well, Steve, I'm about to call it a wrap. I hear you over there fighting through them yawns, man. We've been on here almost 3 hours, so
I'm not sleepy. I'm not resting.
Well, I'm tired, so
I know what you. I'm finna go up there and fix me some ice cream and cookies.
I hear that. You get some milk and cookies.
Yep. And try to hop on the game.
Well, hey, man, I appreciate everybody that stayed to the end. Y'all definitely some real OGs. I love you. Appreciate you. Everybody watching on the replay, definitely appreciate you. I know I've been saying this for a minute, but I'm working on a few things where I can get some more money and then I can reinvest it into the channel, hire me a editor or something, and then I can cut up clips, do this and do that, and start me some podcasts and do other things that I like to do for fun. Whether it make money or not, I just would like to do it, make things better. But I don't really have the time or the energy no more. I done kind of hurt myself sitting up for long periods of time, editing and doing all of that, where I can't really do it no more. So, but it is what it is. Like I say, I got to figure out another way, right? So there it is. I have to figure out another way, but I am going to get that other way figured out and reinvest into the channel. And,
I'm gonna get my ass out of here.
damn, man, I just swiped this Steve bounced as soon as I swiped the thing. But yeah, this damn mouse, it's the most sensitive mouse in the world, boy. I ain't even realize I swiped my finger across it. But hey, Steve, I appreciate you, brother, for coming through. Everybody out there, I appreciate y'all for staying to the end. J Doe, appreciate you, brother. Peace. I'm gonna find some ways to keep this channel going and being innovative and some other channels. So till then, keep it moving. Y'all be safe out there. And I'm out. I'll be making clips pretty soon. I got so much content to make clips that it's gonna be a lot. I gotta redo my podcast audio too. If I didn't, they made some changes. So anyway, that's another story. But y'all have a good night. Good week coming up. Be safe. I'm out. Deuces.